central banks will never say done. What we're saying is our projection ahead is for a very flat 5.50% official cash rate for the foreseeable future. But, we retain options. Our confidence, where the Monetary Policy Committee's confidence come from, is that we believe we are sufficiently restrictive in our stance, and aggregate demand, spending, actual inflation expectations and economic growth is slowing. And that gives us confidence that we can watch, worry and wait, hopefully, and achieve our inflation target.
And how soon then, Governor, do you think inflation will get to target?
Yeah, so our current projections in our monetary policy statement, which I would always encourage viewers to go direct to, it's a very thorough document that outlines in a very transparent manner our economic projections and risks. But we see reaching 3% CPI inflation by mid-next year, and then back at 2% by the first half of 2025. So basically over the next 18 to 24 months. That's the usual time for monetary policy to work through. Meanwhile, from now on, we hope to see headline CPI inflation to continue to fall, and the economy achieve a relatively soft landing, although it probably won't feel like that for most people because we like to spend.
Mr. Orr, what do you see as the key drivers that would be behind the risk to not getting back to within the target for inflation, and also by your projected time frame?
Yeah, so it's a great question, and the risks are what I would say they are unbiased. They're even to both sides. The risks of overdoing monetary policy at the moment is that we are sitting, with economic growth slowing rapidly. Asset prices, in particular house prices, have come back a very long way. Business investment is weak, and businesses are saying it is demand that is now constraining their activity, not labour supply. And hence we could see unemployment rising, and we could see wage growth easing quite considerably. To the upside, the risks to the upside, we are experiencing positive net inward migration again, which has been long in coming with our international border being shut, a record level over the last 12 months. That will help our labour supply and our wages, but it can also add to aggregate demand. We have, at the moment, a contractionary fiscal position. Our government has put their budget out, their best foot forward for the next 3 years. It's not all one-way traffic. There's some upside to begin with, and then continued fiscal constraint. But we know that's always hard. That's another risk. And, of course, inflation expectations themselves. We need to be convincing that this low and stable inflation is for the future. We're seeing inflation expectations coming off, but the more they do, the more confident we can be.